Last time on Ultimate Traveller. The newly formed group of Marie-Claire, Chantal and Lewis.
Almost, you've got a fun week ahead of you.
And reluctant travel companions Chloe and Nathan.
I don't want to spend a week with Chloe because she thinks she's better than everyone else.
Left Gilly and travelled to the less developed island of Lombok.
Going from paradise to inner.
After a bad start to the week, Nathan and Chloe put their differences aside and became friends.
Did you buy me a bracelet?
Yeah, Lewis will say that we've had a good week.
And after finding out that Marie-Claire snogged a boy in Bali,
Marie-Claire hit it off with one of the American guys.
Nathan decided that she was no longer for him.
I think she thought I was going to care, but I don't.
In the other group, unaware his feelings had changed, Marie-Claire spent the whole week pining for Nathan.
I just feel really comfortable around him, like, he's really cuddly and stuff.
At the end of week meeting,
What, mate?
the 5 voted for the best traveller of that week,
The traveller of the week this week is Lewis.
giving him £30 extra cash to spend this week.
You go, man.
They then learnt their next destination
We must travel to the next island east, which is Sumbawa.
and discovered their new travel challenge.
We must stay with a local family in an Indonesian village.
It was then time to choose the new groups,
I've really missed you this week.
and Marie-Claire was desperate to travel with Nathan.
I really, really want to be in your group this week. Like, so much.
But he hadn't forgiven her for pulling another man and point-blank refused to be in her group,
It's just like the way I feel. There's nothing you can say to me.
leaving her devastated
Oh, I never cry about boys.
and with no other choice but to team up with Chantal,
At least we've got each other.
while Nathan chose to travel with Chloe and Lewis.
Can't make me look like an idiot and then expect me to be like, I want to get in your group. It's not going to happen.
Can we please take someone with a hot shower, because I'd like just, one day of cleanliness.
It's moments after the meeting, and the newly formed groups are on the move.
Whoa, whoa!
This week, everyone will be pushed to their limits as the competition heats up. Their destination is Bima in Sumbawa, a long testing journey east through rugged terrain rarely braved by Western tourists. The travel challenge for both groups is to spend 2 nights living with a different Indonesian community, adapting to their way of life. While there, they must integrate themselves, impress the local chief, and host an event to thank the village for their hospitality. If anyone fails to rise to the challenge, they will be fined 25% of their individual travel budgets for the following week. At the end of week meeting, based on what they've seen and heard, the 5 must individually vote for whom they think has been the best traveller of the week and deserves the extra money that comes with the title. With no onwards travel to Sumbawa available until tomorrow, both teams search for overnight accommodation on the island of Lombok.
Would like a room for the night, if possible.
After coming to terms with Nathan's refusal to travel with them, Marie-Claire and Chantal comfort themselves by haggling a price for a hotel room.
Could you not even make it 160 and then it's like 80 each? I did have some heartbreak this morning, so that extra 5 off would help us. He doesn't feel my pain, Shan.
No, he doesn't feel it though. I would have liked a refrigerator.
I was like Nathan, but it's not an ideal world. Can you just be a good friend to us? Okay.
With the receptionist refusing to budge, the girls give up and take a room at a cost of £5 each, just under half of their daily travel budgets.
Is there 2 men?
Let's go.
Second rejection of the day. I really wanted to be in Nathan's group, and he made it perfectly clear he didn't want to be in mine. But I'm just genuinely not going to let it bother me. And me and Chantal have a great week without him. I really think I'm going to get plastic surgery if I win the 10 grand, because I didn't realise my nails are so long.
Do you have any rooms?
Meanwhile, Lewis, Nathan and Chloe have also found somewhere to stay.
Is there sea view as well? Sea view? That's perfect.
After checking in, Chloe takes the boys to the beach to consult their guide and read up on their next destination, Sumbawa.
Is that comparatively Sumbawa is a poorer island where in some places health and education is very much at the development stage. Great, so we're getting TB.
Aware that this week's travel challenge is to live in a traditional Indonesian village, Chloe, who loves her Western luxuries, is worried that she won't be able to cope with a back-to-basics experience.
Fewer Western travellers venture here. Expect a dip in the quality of transport, accommodation and food available.
I reckon the village will be proper remote. We're gonna find it a change to what we've been used to these last couple of weeks.
I can envisage it now. I'm not going to go to the loo for 2 days, I'm not going to shower for 2 days, and I'm not going to eat for 2 days. That's the worst case scenario.
Probably will be like that. Don Poo, here we come.
Don Poo, yeah.
Don Poo. You know? Don Poo.
I'm really, really pleased with my group this week, but no group's going to prevent the task at hand, basically, and I'm kind of worried about how I'll feel when all my Western comforts are completely taken away from me, because I'm the accommodation queen here, so it's going to be a bit of a shock.
Coming up, Chloe and the boys have the journey from hell,
Got a pair of scissors out to fix this.
It's not safe, is it?
while Marie-Claire and Chantal have the welcome of their lives.
I think me and Mary are like the local celebrities of the day.
Roll.
It's the beginning of week 6.
Oh, no, I think it's the next one, yeah.
And our 5 backpackers are travelling in 2 separate groups. This week they must all travel east from Lombok to Bima on the neighbouring island of Sumbawa. Bima is the 6th of 8 destinations our competing travellers must reach on their 2-month journey through Indonesia, from Jakarta in Java, ending on Mount Kelimutu in Flores. And it will be here on Mount Kelimutu that they must decide individually which one of them has best adapted to the backpacking experience and, therefore, deserves to be called the ultimate traveller and walk away with £10,000 prize money.
Can we buy 2 tickets to Sumbawa?
Yes.
Eager to get going, Marie-Claire and Chantal have made an early start and have already reached the port in Lombok to catch a ferry to Sumbawa.
Excuse me, where do we go to go upstairs?
The girls' allocated homestay is in Bungin, a coastal water village half a day's travel away. And they can't help but wonder what lies in store for them when they get there.
I'm not worried about the accommodation and stuff. I think it's more to do with what the family are going to be like and how they're going to, like, react towards us. Yeah. Without a doubt, me and Chantal are going to pass the task this week. I think the only way we can't pass is by kind of giving up, and that's not something that I'm going to let her do, and it's not something I'm going to let myself do.
While the girls approach their host village,
Where do I put it then?
Oh yeah, just put here first, down here.
back in Lombok, Nathan, Chloe and Lewis begin their own journey east. Their allocated Indonesian village is 2 full days' travel away in the mountains on the east coast of Sumbawa, not far from Bima, the final destination for both groups this week.
What, with a box on my head?
The group have decided to catch a bus that will take them from Lombok onto the ferry and into Sumbawa. But with Chloe already concerned about the basic standard of living on the island they're heading for, it seems the 7-hour bus journey is a bad sign of things to come.
The bus stinks because the toilet is directly behind us. Every time we breathe, we're getting someone's bowels in it. The insides of someone's bowels in us. So it's pretty disgusting.
I'm just concentrating on keeping myself alive.
I think it's nicer, it's more like
Airy.
yeah, it seems more chilled out, I think.
Already in Sumbawa, Chantal and Marie-Claire head straight for Bungin Sea Village. And the village chief has made special arrangements for a water taxi to collect them.
Not as bad as I thought it'd be, it's a bit adventurous.
Bungin claims to be the most densely populated man-made island in the world and contains over 2,800 people crammed into just a few streets.
Nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Are you the chief of the village?
Yes.
Oh, pleased to meet you. So my name is Chantel Murray.
Village Chief Sop Juan will be the girls' host for the next 2 days. In order to pass this week's travel challenge, they have to stay at the village for 2 nights. While here, they must integrate themselves into village life, host a thank you event at the end of their stay, and, most importantly, impress the local chief.
You have a nice home. It's really nice.
It's lovely. I just didn't even expect like a welcome like this. It's absolutely just I can't even put it into words. I'm just overwhelmed. This is the loveliest thing ever.
I think me and Mary are like the local celebrities of the day. Everyone's really happy to see us.
And we have to help you out.
Yeah.
Toes, heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
We're celebrities.
I haven't seen any tourists on this boat. It just shows you a sign that we're going to the unknown.
Having caught a ferry to Sumbawa, Nathan, Chloe and Lewis's bus has taken them to the city of Sumbawa Besar, where they'll overnight before travelling on to Mbawa village tomorrow.
This is absolutely in the middle of nowhere.
Already nervous about Sumbawa, Chloe's about to get her first taste of the island's very basic living standards.
We need a room for 3.
But she's not quite ready to drop her high expectations.
We also need air conditioning and hot water.
Oh, with hot water, okay.
We want hot water.
Okay.
How much is that?
180,000.
Okay, so can I check? Air conditioning, hot water, 3 people.
Oh, 3 people, okay.
Yes? You think it's possible?
Yeah. We see.
Okay. Absolutely.
It's cool. It's fine.
Where's the shower? Hang on. No. Where is he? Get him back. There's no shower in here. Excuse me? Hello? There's no shower. No, we need shower. You don't have a shower?
Not shower.
In the whole hotel, there's no shower.
Yes.
Lovely. I quote, Hotel Derry. The VIPs have hot water and aircon, all with good furnishings.
Oh, hot water.
Really?
Yeah. Chloe will struggle in the village if she's having a bad time tonight. We've got to get used to these sort of things. We're not in Bali and Lombok now.
This is just diabolical. There's a piece of crap there. I hope I'll be able to get through the task. It's going to be a tough few days. It's really going to be a tough few days.
Oh, thank you.
Back at Bungan, Marie-Claire and Chantal are keen to integrate fully into the village and have joined Chief Sop Juan's family for a late dinner, something that's normally a private affair.
Do you usually sit around and have dinner every day, every night?
Yeah,
Every day. Oh.
When I have tea like at home, I just have a microwavable meal in front of the television by myself.
I know. I don't really do the whole sitting down at the table thing every night. Well, I don't really do it at all. On special occasions, like we'll go for dinner and stuff, but I'm usually like texting under the table. But they all seem quite happy to like sit down and eat together, which I think is really, really nice.
Good night. We're just so friendly, and it was so nice to feel part of what they've already got. So it's a really good evening.
Okay. We're getting on. Where do we get on the other side?
After a sweaty night's sleep in their basic room in Sumbawa Besar, Lewis, Nathan and Chloe are up early and back on the road for their second day of travel as they head towards their host village of Mbawa.
everything's falling apart, the seats are falling apart. I'm not a fussy person when it comes to things like this, but this is just a shambles.
On the bright side of life.
A few hours into their journey and with their mountain village destination almost in sight, disaster strikes.
Seems to be a problem with a tyre. I don't know what is the problem, but it's just another thing on the list of luxurious travel experience.
The tyre needs a new bus on it, basically, not the other way around. And now someone's just dropped all the tools.
He's got a pair of scissors out to fix this.
Don't know much about cars, but
I think a pair of
scissors in the knot.
It's not safe, is it?
And even though the bus is soon back on the road, the trio, worried about the vehicle's safety, decide to disembark.
Bye, good luck. See you in 5. That was the journey from hell. Yeah, we're just going to chill on the side of the road now, have a little walk, see if there's a village. And I think there'll probably be something somewhere, and then if not, just die alone here, slowly, in the heat. I feel relieved.
So do I, actually.
At Bungin Water Village, Marie-Claire and Chantal have completed their first of 2 nights living with the local community.
Where is everyone's parents?
And the chief's nephew is taking them on a tour of the area.
Oh my god! Look at that! That's a bee's nest. They should get that taken down. That's dangerous, you could die.
As they explore their surroundings, they stumble across preparations for a traditional funeral ceremony.
Why are they making a cake?
Her son is died.
Oh my goodness.
That's
How did he die?
it. It's diving.
Diving. Was he fishing when he was diving? Or just for
diving,
fun?
Getting a lobster.
Oh dear. Whisk?
Yes, meat.
Yeah. Like this? Is this a tradition?
Yes, if any people die, always any party like this.
Yeah. They make a
And does everybody help out?
Everybody, family,
Helps.
yeah, helps.
They all help together. That's nice.
Neighbor.
I think the main thing that we've realised here is that these guys have still got their priorities right. Like to them, what they've got is their family and their friends and the community, and for them that's kind of the most important thing, and that's what keeps them all together. What I've kind of found is instead of being oh my goodness, I take stuff for granted at home, it's kind of more oh my goodness, I don't have what they've got in terms of family unity and stuff like that. For me, it's just it's so overwhelming, just the difference in their lives and stuff.
I'm too tired and I've had too long a journey to be carrying my bag and walking.
After abandoning their bus when it broke down, Chloe, Lewis and Nathan have walked the last 2 kilometres to Mbawa Mountain Village, 5,300 feet above sea level, and search for the local chief, who's called Onpu Nona.
Looking for the chief.
Oh, no.
Onpu Nona?
Onpu Nona ada di bawah sana.
Here, chief. How are you doing? Nama saya Lewis.
Hello. Nathan. Yeah.
Thanks.
Chloe.
With introductions over, Onpu Nona, the head of the Duo Dongo tribe, welcomes them into his home that will also be theirs for the next 2 nights.
Hi. That's quite nice.
Onpu Nona's English is limited, but there is one English speaker in the village to help translate.
So where does everyone sleep?
We have 2 houses. The house here for the men and another house over there for the woman.
Is it traditional to be separate?
The traditional, separate. For the woman is their special house.
Yeah.
Can I see where I'm sleeping?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Can we go?
Oh my God.
Mine's a bit more basic, isn't it?
I know.
I think there might be a bit of a hierarchy. The boys get to sleep with the chief in his home, which is a little more, should we say, glamorous than where I'm sleeping, which is basically, I don't even have a bed. Like, the boys have mattresses and a bed, I just have a floor.
Okay, thank you. Drink, that's it.
Having been shown their accommodation, Nathan is first to check out the village's facilities.
Whoa. I don't think you still like that toilet in there.
Right,
You definitely want.
What is it? What is it?
It's basically a hut that you've got to bend down like this and just like...
Is there a hole in the floor?
You can call it that if you want. Just be one with nature.
Exhausted from today's journey, Chloe heads to the women's sleeping quarters, while the boys bed down in the chief's hut.
There's been a lot more people staying in here, but...
Oh yeah, I thought we packed out.
It's good, mate.
Bonus.
It's comfy, mate. I'll get a nice sleep here.
I think I'm so tired that maybe I'm not noticing how basic things are. I'm sleeping in a room with a woman and her baby and a hut full of flies and stuff, and there's like no mattress. I was, building myself up for the absolute worst. And I suppose if you think, you imagine the worst, then it can only get better. Good night.
After the break,
What about us? What do we do?
There's so many.
Chloe works while the boys play.
She's really working hard and we've just been chilling out in it.
And Marie Claire brings a little bit of Scotland to Sumbawa. It's morning on the east coast of Sumbawa. And Nathan, Chloe and Lewis are awake, having completed the first of 2 nights in the remote Mbawa mountain village, where they are staying as part of this week's travel challenge.
You washing it, Lewis?
Nah, I'm going to wash after. The water looks pretty clean now.
Yeah, I know.
It's natural.
It's natural water, so...
Because unmarried men and women must sleep separately, the boys who are staying in the chief's home check on Chloe, who spent the night in the women's quarters on a hard wooden floor.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
A bit, I didn't have a very good night's sleep, did you?
Didn't you? Why?
I did.
Well, I'll tell you why, because I was sleeping next to a baby who was screaming.
I think Chloe's having the worst time of it all, even the toilet situation. I mean, she's going to find that difficult, washing's going to be difficult, washing her hair is going to be difficult, so me and Lewis have got the better end of the stick here.
As part of this week's travel challenge, Chloe and the boys must live like locals and fully integrate themselves into village life. Which means Chloe, who was worried that she wouldn't be able to cope with a back-to-basics experience, must take her morning wash in the village spring like everybody else.
What are those things moving?
Water currents.
Bath salts.
Whoa.
The water's freezing. Oh my god. I can't do this!
Put your whole head in.
I've not had a proper wash for days and days since Lombok.
Despite initial reservations, Chloe's revitalised by her mountain spring wash.
The washing experience here is far more pleasurable than in any horrible hostel, actually. The water's so clean and really fresh, and it's not too bad. It's a good feeling to, be quite worried about something and then arrive and go, oh, actually, it's not so bad.
Oh, that's adorable.
On the other side of Sumbawa, in Bungin Water Village, Chantal and Marie Claire make thank you cards for the chief.
here and then a hook there.
Having reached their village a day earlier than the other group, the girls have almost completed their travel challenge by spending 2 nights with a traditional Indonesian community.
I love it.
But they have one final thing to do. To host an event that the village chief feels is a worthy repayment for the hospitality his community has given the girls.
We're throwing him a bit of a thank you party. It's kind of just like a token of our appreciation of everything he does. I kind of hope like from that he'll like realise how much we actually do appreciate what they've done, and I really hope he enjoys it and doesn't just think we're a bunch of idiots.
In preparation for this task, the girls purchased children's party accessories before they left Lombok at the beginning of the week. And although the party gear was bought from the neighbouring island, it's a new and unusual experience for the villagers of Bungin.
Do you like all this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Present. You have?
Having handed over thank you gifts,
Can I show you a Scottish dance?
Marie Claire attempts to win the chief over by teaching him a traditional Scottish dance.
So 1, 2, 3, hop. I think it was a really good way to end our few days here, and I hope that it's a memory that they'll keep as much as one that we'll keep.
I think they really appreciated it. They've got the cards and they kind of had to look through. They don't kind of like react immediately, but I'm sure like they'll keep the cards forever.
Oh, kalau menurut menurut saya itu, ya saya senang sekali. Saya senang, terus terang aja saya senang itu.
While the girls have now successfully completed all parts of their travel challenge, in Mbawa Mountain Village, the other group are still only halfway through theirs and try hard to integrate into village life. After a busy morning of wild horse milking, coffee grinding, and roof weaving,
it's quite good actually.
The group take a well-earned break. But in Mbawa, the women have to work longer hours than the men, which is bad news for Chloe.
I want to take you to the weaving salon. You want to see there?
Yeah.
What about us? What do? We go.
Yeah. There's women.
Just women for
What
weaving.
about us?
What do men do when women are weaving?
They are, my friend is Ali is sitting with you. This is special for the women.
Okay. Yeah. Are we gonna go?
Yeah, maybe somewhere looking for the river or...
And women don't go to the river?
Yeah, but better we see the weaving.
Better to do the weaving
Better to do
out
the
the
weaving
way.
inside.
Yeah.
If you could weave me a nice big fluffy towel, that'd be great when I get back.
Yeah, sure. Anything you'd like, Nathan?
Yeah, I'll probably have just a pair of trousers, maybe a t-shirt.
No
as well.
problem.
Hat.
We'll whip that up in 5 minutes for you. Okay. Bye, boys.
See you later.
See you later.
Enjoy.
As the boys head off to unwind in the spring, Chloe must roll up her sleeves and put in a shift weaving with the other women of the village.
I'm being strapped in here.
I don't think Chloe's going to be an happy bunny when we get back. I mean, she's probably really working hard, and we've just been chilling out in a spring.
But contrary to what the boys may think, Chloe's adapting well to village life.
Yeah, good. Bang. Yeah. Better. Getting the hang of this. Being in the village, I'm sort of learning that I actually don't mind the simple life. I suppose the boys, got the easy end of the deal by going off swimming in a stream somewhere, and I've kind of got the raw end of the deal by going off to weave for a while. But I suppose that's what travelling's about, doing stuff that you wouldn't normally really want to do or that you wouldn't experience normally, because you can go swimming anywhere.
I've got more dirty stuff than clean stuff. This is ridiculous.
Meanwhile, Marie-Claire and Chantal prepare to leave Bungin Water Village. And with the travel challenge completed, their thoughts turn to fellow backpacker Nathan and wonder what it will be like to see him again at the end of week meeting.
How do you think Nathan would have got on?
I don't really know Nathan anymore.
So how would you feel if like Nathan was to like come to the meeting like next week and be like, do you know what, Mary, I've had time to think. I want to see if we can like try something. Do you think you could like be like together?
Yeah, I still
fancy
really
him?
well fancy Nathan. I don't fancy the Nathan that was at the meeting last week.
Bye, take care. Bye bye. It's exciting to be moving on to something new, but it's sad to be leaving all the kids here because I really feel like I've bonded with all of them. Bye. 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 Yeah, thank you.
The girls must now head east to Sumbawa Besar, where they will overnight before their mammoth journey to Bima, the final destination for both groups this week. It's evening in Mbawa Mountain Village. Keen to integrate more with the villagers, Nathan, Lewis and Chloe have gone to watch a traditional dance ceremony. And with the dance over, Chloe wants to give something back.
We could teach them something. Mexican wave, something, anything.
Oh.
Fine, I'm setting it up.
Oh my god.
Where's Anwar?
No.
One, and then two, and then three, and then it goes all the way around.
This is well embarrassing.
Come in. You got to join in.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I think Chloe's done really well today. I mean, she got the Mexican wave going. I'm glad it pulled off for her because I didn't know how it was going to go down, but everyone's really friendly. Terima kasih.
I think we are on track for passing this task. Nathan milked a horse, I helped to weave, and then I, did my Mexican wave. But I think maybe tomorrow we'll have to have another think about how we can help before we leave.
It's morning in West Sumbawa.
Bye-bye.
And Marie-Claire and Chantal, who spent the night in the city of Sumbawa Besar, begin their journey east to Bima, where this week's meeting will take place. Meanwhile, in Mbawa,
Come play football, come.
after also completing their 2 days with their village, Chloe, Lewis and Nathan have one thing left to do before they leave in a few hours' time.
I love you. I love you. I told them that last night.
To repay the villagers' hospitality, keen footballers Nathan and Lewis organise a children's soccer tournament in honour of the tribe's chief.
Do you reckon this is repaying it in some sort of way?
Yeah.
I reckon it is.
I think it is.
Babysitting the whole entire village.
Parents have a bit of quiet for 10 minutes. Who's in my team? Pluto.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Come on, get in. Right, we're going to win, yeah? 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Ready? Good man, we kick off.
Next is next, yeah. Tackle. Hey!
Yeah, well done. Oh, lovely.
the Omprenona looks really, really happy with everything, and all the kids are joining in, the girls are watching. And the boys are having a really good time, which is really nice to see. Especially Lewis. Lewis looks really happy to be playing football, which is so nice to see.
Shoot!
End of game!
It's a draw! It's a draw!
Shake hands!
Hey, don't be shy.
As an extra thank you, Chloe gives Chief Omprenona one of her bracelets.
To say, terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bagus.
Your village is very nice. Bagus. Your village is bagus.
I love you.
I love you.
Children here, they like it so much because they never join the football like today, before. Mr. Omprenona is say thank you very much. Very kind.
With the chief impressed, Chloe and the boys have successfully completed the travel challenge, and it's time for them to leave Mbawa.
Chloe got proper stuck in this week. I mean, she was living in a place with no shower, disgusting toilet, to be honest, which is no disrespect to the Omprenona, but yeah, she's really gone for it this week, and yeah, she's a new woman. Yeah.
I suppose I am a bit more of a carefree Chloe after that experience. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm really sad to be leaving the village because I really liked their way of life. It's not often that I sort of kick back and get into an experience. I would love to be Traveller of the Week this week, mainly because I have never been Traveller of the Week. I may never get it, but I think this week I have deserved it because I've really, got stuck in, and I really tried hard to give something back. I don't really want to go back to civilization, to be honest.
I'll quite enjoy a hot shower now.
Yeah.
I'm not really bothered about showers.
Really?
No.
At the bottom of the mountain is Beamer, where tomorrow at the meeting, Nathan will see Marie-Claire and Chantal for the first time since refusing to be in their group last week.
I think the meeting tomorrow is going to be rather difficult for me because obviously last week I was feeling like piggy in the middle. I wanted to go in Lewis's and Chloe's group, and they really objected to that, the two girls. So I'm a bit worried about how it's going to go tomorrow. I'm probably going to be with one of the girls, so let's see what happens.
Coming up, Lewis has the deciding vote.
So I'm going to award Travel of the Week to...
And will Nathan reject Marie-Claire for a second time?
I was quite looking forward to travelling with Nathan.
It's the end of the 6th week in Indonesia, and both groups are on their way to the docks in Bima for their official end-of-week meeting. They have already successfully completed this week's travel challenge, and today will vote for their Traveller of the Week, rewarding him or her with an extra 50% on their budget for next week.
It's definitely one of the best weeks I've had so far.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good.
Afterwards, they must change their groups for the week ahead, and Nathan, who refused to travel with Marie-Claire last week, feels nervous about seeing her again.
I'm not looking forward to the evil stares that Marie-Claire's going to give me.
I think I'm just expecting the worst of Nathan. He kind of made me feel really uncomfortable last week and things, so it'd be cool to get to be in his group and get things sorted.
Hello.
How are you, Slot? How's the week been?
All right.
Good. How are you?
Brilliant.
With everyone gathered, Lewis gets proceedings underway.
Right, as the outgoing Travel of the Week, I'll be chairing this meeting, so let's get started.
It's now time for each group to try and convince the other that they had a better week. The 5 are aware, however, that only one person can be named Traveller of the Week and that this is their last opportunity to win votes.
So Chantal, Mary, what have you been doing this week without us? Have you been doing anything impressive?
Yeah, we've had a really, really good week.
The village we were in, it was like a water world village, and when we arrived, honestly, it was just like a sea of children, eh?
Yeah.
Heads, shoulders, knees and toes,
Good delivery. Yeah, the kids were so amazing. They was really lovely.
And we even, like, remember we baked the cakes. One of the boys had died in the village, and they were throwing like a 2-day wake, and I got stuck in and like helped them make the cakes and stuff. And I did like a Scottish dance with them at the end. So I got the chief up, and me and him were doing a wee jig. And then he turned. I think definitely this week that I deserve a chance to be Travel of the Week.
I think I should be Travel of the Week this week because I managed to enjoy it and make the most of it, and I've took a lot from it. What did you guys do? What was your village like?
In the mountains.
Really?
We stayed with the chief of the village.
The women did a lot more work in the village.
The women did everything: the cooking, the child rearing, the weaving. I'm getting the hang of this. So intricate and fiddly. Whilst these boys went off swimming. I should be Travel of the Week this week because I just love the people's way of life, and I really kind of adapted to it.
To repay their hospitality, we set up a big football tournament for the kids, which they really enjoyed, and that.
It's a draw, it's a draw.
My team won, but he wouldn't admit that, you know.
8-all, 8-all.
Yeah, all right.
Each of the 5 backpackers have had the opportunity to convince the others that as well as being in the better group, they, more than anyone else, deserve to be named Traveller of the Week. Now it's decision time.
This week I'm going to vote for Lewis because I think that we really got on this week. First time I've been in a burst of laughter for a long time.
This week I'm going to vote for Chloe, as I thought she was going to kick off big time when we got to the village, but she didn't say anything. She had it a bit harder than me and Nathan as well, and yeah, just got stuck in. Well done.
I'm going to vote for Nathan. You did really, really well in the village. Like, you milked the horse, which I wasn't about to do, so I vote for you.
I'm going to vote for Lewis. He seemed a bit down last week, so the simple fact that he put himself into a different environment, I think that's a big achievement.
So far, Nathan and Chloe have 1 vote each, and Lewis is in the lead with 2, but Marie-Claire is still to vote.
I've had such an amazing week with Chantal, and I think you've done so well this week. But I think this week I'm going to vote for Chloe. It sounded like it was quite hard for you, so yeah, I'm going to vote for Chloe this week.
With Marie-Claire having unexpectedly gone for Chloe, there's now a tie between Lewis and Chloe.
As the outgoing Traveller of the Week, I have the casting vote.
Will he claim the title for himself or name her Traveller of the Week?
This is tricky because you voted for her as well.
So I'm going to award Traveller of the Week to... Now I'm going to go to Chloe.
Because Chloe has been named Traveller of the Week, she will have an additional 500,000 rupiah on her budget for the coming week, giving her almost £30 more money to spend than her fellow travellers.
Thanks.
With both groups having passed this week's challenge, it's now time for Lewis to announce their next destination and new travel challenge.
So the coming week we must travel to the next island east, which is Flores.
Ooh, nice name.
So the travel challenge for this week is to spend 2 days working on a conservation or community project.
Ooh, yay!
I don't know how to do that at all.
Before setting off, the 5 must decide on the new groups for the coming week.
I'd like to travel with Lewis again, just because it's my birthday next week, and I think we could have a bit of a laugh. But
I'd quite like to travel with Lewis this week because I've spent the least amount of time with him since we've been here, so I think it'd be good in terms of getting to know him better.
Last week, Nathan refused to be in a group with Marie-Claire, but because this week Chloe and Chantal want to travel with Lewis, will Nathan agree to travel with the girl he no longer fancies?
what do you guys want? You haven't spoken.
Marry Nathan, very quiet.
I was quite looking forward to travelling with Nathan last week, but I wouldn't want to travel with him if he didn't want to travel with me. So I had in mind that we would travel together this week.
I'd go in that group if she wanted to. Yep, that's it then.
Cool.
And that's the end of the meeting.
Yay!
See you later.
With the meeting concluded, both groups prepare to go their separate ways, knowing that they won't see each other again until the end of the week.
Although I really did want to travel with Nathan, he made it quite clear last week he didn't want to travel with me, so that could be a bit uncomfortable if he still feels like that. So bye,
Hold it up, have a good week, innit? I didn't want to sound rude and say I didn't want to be in Mary Claire's group, but that's been my group that I didn't want to be in, just me and Mary Claire, and look how it's turned out.